Today we're making fuck off pie. With 1 cup of no one cares, a dash of kiss my ass, add some fuck yous, a hint of blow me. You want to stir it all together and shove it up your ass.
Oh man, shooting one big gun. Let's get it, baby. Got hit by a train. Just one small.
That's right. We're live. Hello, everybody. I mean, I couldn't figure a better way to start the show than with a little humor. You know, why not? Welcome to the inaugural first episode of Digital Distraction. Welcome to Double D. With me, I have, of course,
I like double D's.
I have, of course, with me, this is the greatest panel you could have. I have a Jawa. I have a Chris Farley over here. We've got a DL. We've got a Ootini. I don't know why the banners are off, but that's okay. We'll turn them back on, I guess. So
Hey,
I know my name now.
Yeah. But yeah, basically, we're just gonna do the Wednesday show as always, and we're gonna have a little Andor talk and just kind of talk about everything that we usually do because, well, that's just kind of how we do things here and have fun. And there'll be some dogs barking in the background because there always is. And for those of you that can't handle that, I apologize, but I'm afraid that there's no stopping them. So. But yeah, that's it. It's official. I'll share the clip, the big clip I have coming up here. It was announced last night on WorldClassBullshitters. They brought back the High Council, and it was a good stream. Had a lot of fun. Have a little clip from it for everybody so they can see all the fun that is soon to be upcoming. But yeah, here we go. We'll share this with y'all.
Superfan Adam Shawhan says, "Party boob on WCBS for life, 4 years for me." Superfan Adam Shawhan has been around for a long time, folks, and he's the WCBS hype man. You can find him and a bunch of our friends streaming on YouTube all the time. So just ask Superfan Adam Shawhan what's up. He's a cool dude.
So yeah, I got the official nod from the big man himself. I'm already part of the road crew and already part of the second floor crew. And, I had a lot to do with WCBS for a long time. And it's where I started in the chats, and during that time frame is where I got to meet Mr. Ootini over in Doomcock Land. And I got to meet DL over here, in Creepy Little Book Land. And from there, we've become, all of us got to know each other, become friends. And here we are. So, here to entertain and have fun. So yeah, that's what we do. And thank you everybody for who's watching this later on. We greatly appreciate it. In the description of this is of course all of our links, all of the channels that I am associated with, that I watch, follow, and they're in there, so you can check them out. So if you're trying to figure out some of these channels, Etep Wokuian is a place to be reviews. Vinnieart, Tony Tone Deaf with the Clown World Review. We've got Chris Fisk, Chris the Fist Fisk, Infinitale Chronicles. His links in there. We've got his books in there as well. Same with Vinnieart. His direct Indiegogo link is in there. You can pick up some of his books if that's your thing. We've got pirates, we've got elves, we have a huge variety. Wokebusters coming to you with Jeff Hicks, his second book. So yeah, it's nice being able to have one-on-ones with independent creators and/or have them when they come on the streams. And last week we had Chris Fisk with us, so that that was a whole lot of fun. So yeah, that's what we do. Now, DL, were you able to get through Andor this week, or did you not see it yet?
I watched the last 2 episoms, Jeff, so finally got through it. Yeah.
Okay. So
the last 2 episodes, I have to say, were pretty darn good. There was definitely some action in it. It had building up, and the last 2 episodes had paid off. So
I agree. I found myself after this episode wanting to see the next episode, I don't want to wait. I really want to do this now.
I know. Yeah. We were spoiled with the 3 episodes to begin with.
Oh, definitely. definitely. I mean, that's just, what they do.
I know it was a slow burn, but as DL said, it's definitely kicking off.
I don't know. I
Chris.
definitely have enjoyed. It started off. That's what we've been saying. It started off slow, but the thing is, they're building things in the slowness. It's not just slow and boring. Like, you're getting pieces of the puzzles and seeing everything become whole, and that's what I'm enjoying about this. It really is what I'm enjoying about it. It does. It feels right, because we got the prequels, and I was okay with the prequels. They didn't really bother me. I know a lot of people. There's some that don't.
I liked them personally.
Yeah, I was. The Jar Jar stuff was kind of lame, and my kids didn't like it. But I mean, again, for a movie overall, beginning to end. And I thought the Clone Wars was the worst one, because we didn't really get anything for the Clone. You get kind of the build up, and then you got to watch the cartoon to actually see the Clone Wars, or fast forward to the end, where the end of it's happening in the third movie. But this building it, it's kind of what's happening in my mind while the Clone Wars is at an end. This stuff is also going on. So I'm like I said, I'm enjoying the. I know people said it was slow, but I was okay with it, because we got, I think they're about 36-minute episodes. This is not really that long.
Mm-hmm.
And for it to pay off, what is up, Tommy
Yeah.
and the Guinea Pig Collective? Nibble, 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 nibble. So, but yeah, that's I've enjoyed it, and all I can say is this most recent episode, man. Cassian Andor loves to kill some motherfuckers, don't he?
Yeah.
Well, come on. He was justified killing. Was it
know.
Fisk? He was justified to kill him, because basically he was being and he would have killed him anyway, because 40 million sounds like a lot, but 80 million is a lot more.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah, I know a moon where we can go.
I love how that dude says, "I'm the rebellion." I'm thinking, I don't think you're the kind of rebellion guy that we want in a rebellion. Just say it, I'm going to take 40. I'm going to take half of it and take off.
The story told him about his brother.
Tommy, sorry, I didn't get a chance to say hello.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. What's up, Brutal? Yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it just didn't exist. I mean, what a douchebag.
That's the closest to an apology you're going to get me making up a story about
just
my
to get
brother.
himself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
looks
like the two ladies look like there's a little something there,
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, when they're in the comms.
Well, he had said in a previous
Nothing wrong
episode
with
that the one, the dark-haired one was already spoken for. And then when they talked about the main one, they didn't. So it's like they want you to think it's a lesbian thing, but it's not a lesbian thing. So that people will bitch, right? Because they'll watch the first little bit of shit. Oh, fucking lesbians. Or, oh, the girls lived and all the guys died, but Cassian Andor. We knew he wasn't going to die because he's in the other movie. So again, there's where that can lie. If you want to dump on it, go ahead. But we're enjoying it.
I was surprised. Sorry, I was surprised how many people did die out of the group. I knew some would, but pretty much
the two black guys.
Well, I thought one of them would die. I didn't think the stormtrooper. I can't remember his name. Sorry, the stormtrooper guy would die, but I thought the officer would. And that guy, the base commander, has a heart attack. Oh, that's so funny. He exerts himself so much. He's just like, tell him, go on, tell him. We're on a secret mission. He just collapses. Oh,
dude, it was hilarious. I was
absolutely
like, oh my goodness.
Beautiful. The TIE fighters.
The young guy, he got pretty much crushed between those two pallets.
I felt so bad for him too. Like, the fact he got the journal's kind of cool, because I'd really like to see more of what he had in there from the previous episode when he was talking about it. So I was like, oh man, that's kind of cool. Like, all right, it's, again, more storytelling. And the previous episode, Brent and I were discussing it yesterday, because we were trying to figure out his tattoo in the hand stuff that they were talking about. So like he looked it up a little bit. And yeah, it is something newer. It would have been a little bit cooler had it actually played, in my opinion, a little more with, the Darth Maul and then into the Solo. But again, those weren't good movies anyway. So, but I don't know. I was okay with the slow burn, man. And I know Tommy doesn't watch any of that stuff, and that's okay. I still support Tommy. He's a great guy. Fuck CenturyLink for not giving Tommy internet. Every now and again he'll get an hour or two, but
it's crap, isn't it?
Yeah,
And he's
but
paying for that.
Yep, he is. So
That. I just wanted to quickly go back to things like, because we discussed this the other day, how they're showing you all the behind the scenes stuff of a normal day and a normal routine and things like that, which is what I'm loving. And like the TIE fighter stuff, all the pilots climbing down the ladder, getting in the cockpit, starting it all up, it's things like that you don't see, because it's always just flashing lightsabers and they're already launching things like that. It's just these touches. I'm really, really enjoying them. So it's working for me.
Skarsgård's character. I don't know about him.
I think he's brutal, and he might be a little bit throwaway with people, But do you think more in a money-wise thing, that he wants the money?
Mm,
Oh, that's interesting.
yeah.
I hadn't thought of that. He might. Yeah, he might do. But he's got lots of fancy gadgets and things like that, and his cover on Coruscant and that. So I don't know, but you might be right. That'd be interesting. Yeah.
well, he
Double
handed
cross.
him a 30,000 credit crystal, like it was nothing, like it was 3 cents. I want that back, and I'll pay you more than they'll give you.
Yeah,
so.
he deals in antiques. His shop is literally probably worth millions of credits. So it's not like he's short of money.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Oh, random. Hello. And I expect that the Alliance like funding him as well, because he's obviously big in the Alliance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still am enjoying it. I enjoyed poor Jim, I can't think of her name. Martha or whatever her name is. She
Mothma.
yes, her daughter. What a bitch. Man.
Yeah, I mean her husband's a bit of a bitch as well, mind.
Yeah, he's like a soy
perfectly
twat.
honest.
I hate to say it, but he is.
Yeah.
He very much is.
Bitch.
I was just going to address one thing that people seem to be moaning about on the internet. It's like the Space AK-47. Everyone's got to remember, all these weapons that they use in Star Wars are mostly World War II weapons, repurposed. Pistols, repurposed, Berettas, things like that. All of these weapons are real firearms. They've just been repurposed. Mausers for Han Solo. Sterling submachine guns for stormtroopers. The MG-32s for stormtroopers. Lewis guns. All this sort of stuff. So I really, I don't know where the the
Again,
AK-47
it's a rebel alliance, though. You're going to take and get what you like. That dude was talking about that. Man. I mean, you think rebels just have billions of dollars to go buy the brand? He was lucky to still have that guard's blaster.
Well, I mean, it's like was it like in Return of the Jedi? The weapons that the commandos were using were Sturmgewehrs from World War II. So everything's a repurposed weapon in Star Wars. So I don't know why people are going so. It's an AK-47. Who fucking cares?
I was okay with it. It didn't bother me.
Yeah.
Well, like the stormtroopers, I mean, they get that name from World War II because that's what they were called. The bad guys.
It was actually World War One.
Oh wow.
Yeah, sorry, because Field Marshal Rommel was in the stormtroopers when he was a lieutenant, whatever, in World War One. So yeah, when they used to raid the trenches and things like that, carry loads of grenades, loads of ammunition, their shovels and everything, and go on trench runs. So yeah, absolutely. And the uniforms are very reminiscent, obviously. So I don't know.
I don't either. I've been, like I said, I don't have really any complaints. It's everybody was like, oh, it's slow. But again, every story has to start somewhere, and at least they're building as they're telling the story.
Yeah, but they're also doing character development. They're not just like, even the characters that have now passed, they were doing character development. So it's not just like, well, this one's a throwaway character, he's definitely going to die, because you got to find out one guy was a stormtrooper. The other guy, like I said the other week, he was corporate and then part of a gang that I'd never heard of. And when we checked the fandom wiki, whatever, there wasn't a lot of information on it, not even any pictures. But that's obviously a new thing they're doing, and that'd be good. Looking forward to how it pans out. And DL mentioning that Stellan Skarsgård's character could be a little bit shady. That's interesting as well. Be nice, interesting if that happens.
He's definitely living a double life, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, but he's sort of like has to, doesn't he? But does he live it so much that he doesn't know who he is anymore? That could happen.
Well, that's true. That's kind of how I felt about that poor, the guys that were in the Empire that turned on the Empire. Like, I understood, what happened to him and why he was mad, but it's like, man, 7 years, that had to be a hell of a moment. And then he still got blasted. I was like, I really didn't think he was gonna get blasted, but they got him. It was kind of funny that like all the both the black guys did get got. I was like, man, what the hell? And then old boy got crushed.
I know, that was sad. I genuinely liked him, and I would have liked to see more of him, because he was a reluctant fighter, but he believed in it. So it would have been nice for him to, get more of a role. But hey ho.
When they came in, and that when they're loading up the credits, I'm like, couldn't somebody maybe have jammed that door so nobody could have just waltzed in?
I know, right?
Yeah, yeah, that would have made sense. But then again, they would have definitely known something was wrong.
Well, I think the only reason too, remember, he overheard the transmission on the channel they locked in on, and it was breaking up, but he could hear stuff, and then he showed up. So that's maybe had he not heard that wouldn't have happened either. But I don't know. I don't have any complaints. I think that the last 2 episodes especially play really well together. Because the first one started off pretty good, and then we went off to the younger version, and then we went to the to the next couple episodes, and we found out how she kind of took them and why. And it's just, I don't know. I like the way they've been doing the storytelling. It hasn't been really that bad. Again, at least you're getting a little bit of something out of it. It's not like, oh, here's this character, and then the next 2 shows we don't talk about him at all, or now you completely forget about him. So like they did with the movies and whatnot. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't have any complaints when it comes to the style of storytelling. At least they're building something, and there's a reason for what they're building. Like all of a sudden we find out about he wants him to go do this job. Then we find out more about the people on said job, and how they're checking him out, how they've been there for months. And I don't know, man. I liked it. Hey, can you march like a stormtrooper? I've learned, and then you find out, oh boy, was a stormtrooper. It's like, oh crap. And then when Andor flipped it around and said, hey man, he's left-handed, he should flip-flop, but nobody else caught it. Like, that was kind of cool. So again, I'm enjoying the storytelling. I'm enjoying the story. Again, I didn't think I really wanted an Andor series, but what we've gotten, I can't complain, because I like this better than any of the other series they've came out with, personally.
Absolutely. I mean, obviously I have my 2 favorites, but I look forward to this every week. So I was the same as you. I said back in the day, I don't know if we need an Andor series because what happens, but I'm actually glad they did it. So
yeah, same. Because even though we know what happens, it was one of those. I mean, it's the same for all the other movies we love. We've already seen Star Wars, Empire, and Return of the Jedi so many times. We know how it ends, but we love those movies. So
it's not always the journey. The destination. Sometimes it's the journey. So this will be.
It started playing Rogue One after. Because last night when you and I were talking, and then I ended up talking with Peabody for about a half hour after you dipped out, Peabody showed up. So I stayed up and was talking with him for a bit. And after that, I put it on to see if the new episode was on, and it wasn't. So I played last week's episode, and then Rogue One started. And it was really funny to see, hey, Parrot Head, it was really funny to see kind of the beginnings of him. And when you see it now, you're like, okay, now you understand why he's the way he is, more so in Rogue One, because now we're getting that backstory that we didn't have. So I think it would have, depending on what they do with this, like if it stays how it's going and it stays good, they really could have done a lot more, with Rogue One, even though we'd heard there was stuff that wasn't supposed to be in there. And, Howard said that, okay, they made us do this and this and whatever, but I still like that. I think to me, that's still the strongest movie Disney made was Rogue One.
Yeah.
And again, I know we were promised that, back with Lucas. So a lot of us were waiting on that before the prequels. And we never got it. And what we got, I don't think was the original.
They toned it down.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's stuff in the trailer that isn't in the film. I've said this a long time ago. That bloody TIE fighter that rises on the tower in Scarif while Geonosis is trying to send the signal, that was never in the film. You know, things like stormtroopers on the beach and that didn't happen.
Yeah.
So, you know, you had the shore troopers, but you didn't have some of the other stuff.
Well, yeah. But yeah, again, I mean, I'm enjoying it. The three of us, or at least and Mr. Peabody had been enjoying it too. Even he was picking up stuff that I was then telling you, and then we were looking it up. So it's, you know, together we're all having fun with it at least. And
well, yeah, because we're finding new stuff out. I mean, it's like you said. Yesterday we were chatting, and I went on the Star Wars wiki and tried to find out about the Black Hand because I'd never heard of them. Yeah, as I said, there's not a lot on them, but it was still interesting to look for it and everything. So.
Hell yeah.
I'm reading that one. I ain't got a clue what that means.
but it's literally one of those. It's just like, I don't know. Again, like I said, I'm enjoying it. And let's say that this doesn't go crazy woke, because they're going to say it's woke already because the girls didn't die. So whatever, you know.
Come on. Does it really fucking matter?
You killed all.
I mean, one of them wasn't
the black man.
One of.
Yeah. I can see
literally
it now,
one of them wasn't even involved with the heist. She was at the top, and so she had relatively easy escape, you know. So
it's kind of blended in, you know.
We gonna go there, are we? No, I don't, you know. It probably has a few woke tones, but nothing egregious. And it probably will have more. But it won't bother me if it's entertaining and the characters are good. I couldn't care less what sexuality they are. Gender, color, whatever, you know, if it's entertaining, and I don't even care if it's got space AK-47s in it. So there you go.
It did bother me, man. Like I said, that didn't take me out.
Oh, I just like I obviously, because you know what most of the videos I watch are, and I'm like, what? He's moaning about that? Really? You do know what the other weapons are in Star Wars, don't you? It's just like, piss off.
You know, the long rifles. Yeah, you know, come on.
Yeah,
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Like I said, I was surprised too. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I don't get all the hate, but hey, to each their own, I guess.
Well, you know. I mean, it's like the concept weapon for Boba Fett originally. That was what's that? An Uzi, I want to say, with a lightsaber stuck on the end of it. You know, they would have moaned about that as well, probably.
Well, it's kind of like Kylo's doohickey. Like, at first people liked it, and then they were losing their shit about it. Like, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. Well, it's sci-fi, guys. Come on. But, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there it went. All right. My computer froze for a minute. I'm like, okay, this isn't good. It's locked. I was like, no.
Yeah, no, my YouTube is frozen. I'm just saying hello to people, and then it's just frozen. So I can see the comments in StreamTards, but I can't.
Oh yeah. Hello, Keely Chow. Oh yeah. But yeah, I mean, again, that was just one of the things. We've enjoyed it. You know, some people not so much, and again, that's fine. You know, we're gonna talk a little bit about it, like we said, just because we do enjoy it, and you know, that's the only reason that we're talking about it.
I think some people are just hating for the sake of it, for hate's sake. You know, they just want to find any fault with anything that Disney produces now, and you know, just rack on that, whether it gets some super chats or not.
Well, usually it's not that hard, though. It's not that hard to complete, because I mean, let's face it, they did have some shit. But you know, again, we are actual Star Wars fans.
But the TV shows, I know, you know, your feelings on 2 or 3, and you know, Obi-Wan was a fucking stinker. They really fucking screwed the pooch on that one. You know, Rogue One, as you said, is literally the best film they've done. So, you know, but they seem to be winning on the TV stuff, apart from Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
I just don't get that one. Fucking.
Well, it kind of just completely screwed canon. So.
Well, apart from that, you know, it just didn't get me. Music, boring. Acting, like, you know, one week they seem okay, and then the next week they just seem like they're pretentious wanks.
Mm.
Spoiled little petulant kids. It's just like, nah, sod this. Sod that.
Well, it makes it hard to be a Star Wars fanatic and fan like we are when there's that much hatred at it. I mean, like we've said before, do something besides what you've always did. That was the one thing with Jezer that I agreed with. Like, hey, it's such a big universe. Can we use some of it?
And they try and
same stuff. Yeah. And then when they do it, then people bitch about it.
I know, because he hated it. And it's like, but they are doing what you asked for. And he's going, no, not. Well, what the fuck do you want? That's one thing I can never understand. You know, they are expanding on the universe and doing new characters. So is that not what you want?
Right.
You know, some people, I guess, just want lightsabers and flashy noises all day.
Well, I mean, we do enjoy our lightsabers, but you know, and again, to each their own. It's not going to say you're right or wrong because, again, it's an opinion, and you're allowed to have that. That's, I think, the thing that drove us more crazy than anything was, oh, well, you can't be a fan. And it's like, I have a Star Wars room. You know, the wife, is this coming through? Can you guys see where the little arrow? Yeah. Okay, the wife painted that at a wine and canvas shop. You know, that they went to. This was when she was one of the managers at Kroger's. It was one of the display pieces that I was able to get, you know, and then, of course, the lightsabers and whatnot. And then, you know, of course, there's a dog checking everything out because they're like, yeah, come in here and we'll take care of you because, you know, it's all about right there. That's the reason we have these. If you're going to have lightsabers, you might as well have them in a gun cabinet. They look so pretty.
Well, yeah, you know.
So pretty.
Keep them
safe.
safe.
Like, people hated this one. I was fine with it. Those are both two of Darth Maul's, which were pretty cool, but I couldn't put them together. And the one next to it is supposed to be Mace Windu's, but it was more of a pink, Pepto pink than a purple, like we were talking, Brent. So yeah, that one went back because it wasn't proper.
Yeah.
And then again, like I've got this. This has never been opened. You know, and I have these lightsabers actually that the kids used to play with in the other gun cabinet. So, you know, I mean, these are just a few of the small things I've got, you know, as a fan. And, you know, it's mainly the, you know, okay, I'm sorry, you know, I love Legos. So that was funny.
Well, I've got a Stormtrooper alarm clock, Lego. I've got two. So everyone should have a Lego Star Wars clock.
That's the jelly beans. This is the only box of jelly beans I've not ate. They're still sealed and closed. Yeah, that is funny.
He says he hasn't eaten them.
No, I haven't. I mean, but here we go. You know, you've got, you know, yeah, we've got Ray up there, and we've got the Wiener camera.
Yeah, I can see the Wrens and the Rays and the fake Stormtroopers and the Special Forces TIE Fighter.
You know how I am about potato heads. You know I love the potato heads. So, you know, I just think
Chris.
And I can't see anything, guys. I apologize.
Chris says that pink lightsaber belonged to Mace. Oh, hold on, Windu's non-binary lesbian sibling, Jada Pinkett Windu.
This was the macaroni and cheese from Kraft display they gave us. That was cool. The dogs kind of killed it. And this is the other gun cabinet I was telling you guys, but like literally, they're in gun cabinets because, well, I don't put my guns in there. That's where the lightsabers go.
Yeah.
And then the Jelly Belly, you know, that one did not last. So yeah, I mean again, that's just one small little bit of mine collection. You know, that's not even everything by any means, but that's just some of the stuff I have. I mean, I have, as you know, Brent, you got it. They didn't have Mando stuff, but I sent him one of the Boba Fett's I had, the original Hot Wheels cars. Because I have a wall's worth of collection of Hot Wheel cars. They're just not up yet. They're in boxes because, you know, that does happen sometimes. But I recently bought it's a couple years back now, but when they launched Count Dooku's lightsaber, I always wanted one. So when the Black Series came, I got one, you know. So, but that I'm okay with. This, on the other hand, I don't know. Even DL, I don't think you'd be into this sandwich. This is kind of scary. I don't know. I saw this one and, well, I just don't know what to say about this, but have fun.
No.
It's the purple bread. Yes, you know.
I think it's
It's,
missing some of those fentanyl Skittles though in the cookies. You know, you got to have that fentanyl Skittle cookie to go with it. So yeah. So when you can't sleep at night, there's your Subway sandwich to help you go nighty night. Yeah, I'm not willing to try that one. Bravo if you
Well,
are,
what if
but
you
I'll
fall
pass.
asleep through half a bite? You'll choke yourself. Dangerous. Not like
Well,
just
these are
having
people that are allergic to nuts, and then you got to tell them contains nuts and peanut butter. Oh,
everything contains nuts nowadays. Even
This
the
is
average fucking bus queue contains a lot of nuts.
Oh yeah, they're crazy, my friend. You
Are
gotta look
crazy
out.
people.
You gotta watch out. I mean, I was lucky enough today. I had a good day, and everybody here's having a good one, so I'm happy for that. It was really cool to get to see, as most people know, Etep and Tony got to get together, and they're hanging out in Vegas this week together. So that's really cool that those two, that do a show together, were able to finally meet up, and congrats to the fellas. I'm so happy for them. Because it's a lot of fun when you finally get to meet your friends that you're streaming with and whatnot. So, was going to be meeting DL soon, but that got kind of postponed for right now.
Well,
We'll get it next time.
there'll be other times.
Yep, there'll be other times. So, but we'll have fun with it.
What the hell was that?
Drink.
That looked like Nerd.
Drink. It is. Drink.
Oh, it is
Even though Nerd doesn't drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only Irish person I know that doesn't drink alcohol.
I know. It's an oxymoron, isn't it? You're Irish. Well, have a beer. I don't drink. Say what?
You're not really Irish, are you?
Well, he sounds Irish. He swears like an Irishman. So I guess he is.
He's got bodies buried in the backyard, allegedly, like an Irishman would. So yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
No. What, the bodies are not drinking?
Exactly. He doesn't drink, so there aren't more bodies. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah, like you said, yeah, no more drinking. Don't want to have to mess with any more headaches. So that's fine. We get it. But no, I mean, that's it. Other than that, that's all I watch. I enjoyed the Andor. Well, I mean, I seen the Game of Thrones. I caught up on that, and that was pretty good. I was a couple days.
Yeah. Each episode gets a little better on that one too.
Yeah. I mean, I did say I was getting about sick of the 2 episode, and then the skip, 2 episode and then skip. But I guess we'll see, where we go from here. It was a pretty good episode. I did enjoy it.
I don't think they're going to do any more skipping, not for a while anyway.
Yeah, because we're starting to get I really was enjoying the actors that we got, and then they did the skip, which was fine, but
because we only got 2 episodes left, and then this season's over.
Yeah.
So, which I hate, but what are you going to do?
Well, we watch them again or watch something else.
To see him steadily rotten, that was because I was thinking it was kind of funny because at first I thought he was going to turn into the the rock people, and forgive me for not remembering what the hell that was called, but what was it? Lord Jurin or whatever got it, and then they scrubbed it off of him or whatever back in Game of Thrones. So I thought that's what that was. Then
they removed his skin,
Yeah,
and it was quite painful.
Yep. And then when the maggots were eating on his hand to get the skin away, and then when we see him later on, and he's just he barely getting to the throne, and I'll sit on the throne. Like, you felt for the guy because he was literally just barely alive, and then he dies because he would never make the decision, as they said. But yeah, that was some crazy shit, man. Thank you, Grayscale. That's what it was. Thank you, Chris. So that's what I thought it was. But then I was thinking, well, remember when he got stabbed by all the swords that were laying there from previous battles and stuff? And then it made me wonder, what if it was like bacteria from that got in there and started?
I'm sure it was,
Yeah, because of the time frame back there. So, and again, I don't know. I never really looked into it. I haven't read the books or anything. I really probably should, but I've enjoyed the hell out of this. And then especially how they explained, if you didn't catch, how he was still thinking he was talking to his daughter when he was talking to his wife. Like, I thought it was cool that they at least explained that afterwards, because at first I didn't quite pick up on all of it because I missed some of what he was saying. So I was like, wait, what? And I had to put the text on so I could read, because when he was mumbling, then they were typing words in there, but I couldn't understand what the hell he was saying.
Well, see that in each series or episode, they have that little, where they talk about the episode, and so I always listen to that, because just in case I can't figure it out.
Yes, Godzillionaire in hell, exactly. That's right. GSLM, baby, GSLM. So, I don't know. I enjoyed what we got. I thought it was just wicked that he lost the eye and all that shit. Like, just literally a bag of meat. That was it. And,
he's got one arm gone, and he dropped the crown, and I liked how his brother picked it up for him and helped him to the throne. That was he nice. Was the only one he would allowed to help him was his brother.
Yep. Hell yeah. After all that, so, and how about our sons are bastards bit? Like, oh my goodness. Like, I was expecting
called
to see
them,
not his head chopped off.
Called them bastards and called the princess a whore.
Oh yeah.
And then the king, like, I'm gonna cut your if you ain't gonna do nothing, buddy. But your brother took care of it for you, so. And he's like, you can have the tongue if you want it.
Okay, Chris. Or Godzillionaire. Okay. Gotcha. And I'm sorry, I was looking down here too. I'm reading everything, but hell yeah.
I would like to see a little more of a battle between the two instead of coming up behind the guy and chopping his head off. But, what are you going to do?
Well, I mean, you kind of knew he wasn't going to be alive, right? I mean, they even said that, hey, this is my moment. Notice he killed me from behind. And it was, he's not wrong, but it was a gruesome scene. And then when they had the head where it was lopped off on the table and shit, I'm like, oh my goodness. I was like, yeah, we're going there. So that was interesting. I was, like I said, again, I actually was okay with all that. It didn't bother me one bit. Yeah. I had fun watching that as well. So, I did watch the other thing that nobody really cares for just to see, and even them trying to do something worth shit just doesn't seem. It's just not possible. So the ring thing, it's just.
Oh, I've never seen one single episode, and I'm not going. I have no desire to see that. Anyway.
I did just to watch it myself. I knew it's not canon. I was like, okay, that's fine. It's not canon. That's no big deal. But I wanted to see what they're doing with the money they have, and how I know certain creators could do so much more with less and better. Is my mindset on it. So I was just kind of watching, going, okay. Because at some point, you're going to need a mouth person like me that goes up to them and just smacks the shit out of them like the Pope did and say, quit touching kids. You need me to go in there and just whack the shit out of all of them with a 2x4 and be like, look, now we're going to make good stuff. We're going to make money. We're going to have fun. I apologize. Yeah, it's Duncan. He's mad. He's not in here anymore. He's being a wanker. He's out there with the other wieners, and he's not enjoying it at all. He's just like, I want to be pampered. I want to be in the house in the room with the bigger TV and talk to all my friends on the interwebs. He's not having fun with it. I was happy to see the one-eye kid stay alive and be such a shit in this episode too. Like at the end, nephews, like you just felt the hatred right then and there. It was great.
You were such strong boys. Oh yeah.
So, and again, it was kind of funny. Oh, we're gonna wed the cousins. And shit.
I didn't watch the original, so I don't know.
Well, the two bastard or three of them actually. Their father was, I can't remember his first name, but his last name was Strong. You know,
Yep.
and so that's why they referred to him as the Strong Boys. You know.
Yep. that inside rib, because they started laughing when the pig was set down in front of him, and there was something that happened when they were kids, but I couldn't remember what it was.
Well, because the one with the one eye, when he was a kid, he didn't get he hadn't had a dragon, hadn't claimed one, and they're like, well, we got a dragon for you, and then they brought a pig. And they had put wings on it, and they said, "Here's your dragon," you know. So that's why the pig thing, you know.
Yeah, I was like, man, I remembered it, and then I forgot it. So thank you for that's what it was. And again, we have decent writing, right? Like we skip forward, I think 6 years from that point. I think it was 6 or 8 or whatever it was, and then we got there, and I'm like, okay. But yeah, again, I mean, I know Game of Thrones was a shit ending, and the only reason was they, thought they were getting that Star Wars deal, and they didn't care what happened. Is what I still to this day think it would have been different had that opportunity not been handed to them. Maybe it wouldn't have been such shit because they were offering them so much. And I know that, he had again at the end. Let's say that this was going to be the ending, and the way the fans reacted, and he's like, okay, it's time to course correct because nobody wants to see this shit. So yeah, I don't know. Well, but again, they haven't really messed it up. We're all loving it. It's just scary because we know they can drop it at a moment of a dime and kill it. But I don't know. Maybe they learned. Can we keep our fingers crossed on that? They won't pull the same BS. And then if they do, that's it. It's it's kind of done. But I don't know. I'm enjoying that as well. It's kind of nice to have stuff to watch on TV that you're not watching because you absolutely just can't stand it. Or, again, you're trying to get through it because you're going to have to talk about it on a show or something. So we've been blessed in that aspect to not do that. Again, we three here do rather enjoy it. We want to talk about it. And, again, if you don't, we respect that. That's fine. It's just kind of having more fun talking about the things we're enjoying. Like, again, I got super stoked because I spent money on a GameCube game, and it's the Midway, which had like Paperboy on it, and just old school games. And so I get to have some old school game times. Hey, Soul Assassin, and just having fun, man. That's just it, though. Normally we're all been kind of down a little bit on the streaming this week with the guys being together in Vegas and whatnot, which is just again totally awesome because they're together and they're doing stuff, and plus it's Etep and his wife, they're out on actual vacation, so they're they don't have little Trey with them, so they're able to go have fun for a week, and then it'll be back to the normal grind next week. So I'm not gonna lie, man, it's been kind of nice. It was great to be on Monday, to be on Etep Wokuian's place, to be reviews with the guys. That was a whole lot of fun. And last night it was the High Council in the chat and stuff. Had a blast there as well. So I mean, now if we could just get poor Tommy to have internet where we could get back to the collectible pass on Mondays. But again, that's not Tommy's fault. But I do miss those shows. Those streams were always a whole lot of fun every Monday night. So, but no, it's good to see everybody, and again, we're enjoying the shows, and that's why we're talking about them. It's not for clicks or super chats or anything like that. It's just this is something that we enjoy, and again, it's the thing I want to do differently than some other people. Like, I don't mind people coming on. I don't mind people having different opinions. I want you to be able to speak those opinions. But remember, this is open. That means, that's fine if you feel that way, but this is how I feel. And I don't want arguments about it because, again, we're talking feelings, or it's something that I like and something that you like. And then if somebody else doesn't like it, that's okay too. Like, you're allowed to come on here and say, I don't like it, but we don't want to hear constant hatred because that's what's all over YouTube for this stuff. Right. I just don't feel that's the proper thing to do. It's improper, if you will. So,
well, I think that's the way it's been the past few weeks. We've had people on that we haven't agreed, and we just let it go. They get their point across, we get our point across. It is refreshing, to say the least. Let's make a nice change from being told you're wrong all the time, or
Yeah, that's the thing I never have understand. We were talking about that. It's like, how can you say subjectively I'm wrong or right?
Yeah, my opinion. How can my opinion, which is my opinion, be wrong? It's my opinion.
And I mean, I get it. Like, maybe, some people don't want to talk about it. Like Tommy's the best thing about Tommy with those guinea pigs is he doesn't care. He's like, this is me. This is where I stand. I don't give a flying pig what you do. I don't care. You do you. And that's fine. But he's still like, he would come on and stream with, like, he's not going to not come on because we watch that. He's in the chat. That's what I mean. And that's the thing I love about this community and all these people, it's the fact that we can all come on here. We can just talk and have fun. And that's it.
Absolutely. His opinion, my opinion or his opinion?
Yeah.
Someone's opinion. Yeah. I mean,
exactly, Chris. Yeah. And again, though, it's just one of those things. It's great to be able to just have, like when Brutal's able to jump on, and like he says, hey, I get to take a break from the chat, just kind of come on and be on a panel, with people and have fun. And that's the whole point. Like that's all that my channel really is. It's going to be a bunch of us doing nerdum things, talking nerd talk. I mean, this is going to be, it will be digital distraction because we are here to digitally distract you from the craziness in the world. And every Wednesday we will do this. And every Friday is Friday with friends. I even got to the point that I started learning how to do the stuff on YouTube to make the playlist. So it's a complete Friday with friends because it started with Brandon Moist on his channel, Moist Visions Inc. That's where that all started. Mm-hmm. And to pay homage to my friend, all of his episodes are on the playlist, and then ours start where they start. So, and I know it's odd maybe to some people, but when he passed, it was really hard to YouTube. I could be in the chats and I was all right, but I just, he was my buddy and we did a lot of stuff together on here. And when he passed, I was lost. And it wasn't really until I found Etep Wokuian, thanks to Nick Utam from WorldClassBullshitters sharing him out, that I felt more like myself again, getting around all of you guys, everybody that's in the chat, because we've all, been on a panel together or have messaged each other back and forth. But it was all of you that kind of helped me through that funk. And you have still helped me through it, in weeks past where I was kind of breaking up and losing, because I was sad. I miss my friend every day, but
sure, I've
been able to go forward with it and get through my grief. And all of you, everybody in the chat, Tommy in the Guinea Pig Collective, Chris Fisk, Parrot Head making memes, making me laugh, Brutal, same thing, just being yourself and just being so fun to be around, Godzillionaire jumping in everywhere, Soul Assassin, same thing, Keely Chow everywhere, but again, it is a community because no matter what, like you're in the chat and we're all in the chats talking and whatnot. And sometimes just your silly comments are enough to brighten somebody's day. And that's the whole point of all of this, especially poor Nerd. They won't even let him on here no more. He tried to get on last week and StreamYards told him no. It just was like, nope, sorry, sir.
What a bugger.
So, and this goes for everybody from the past too that's been on here though. Even having Walton on one time, like for me, that was pretty cool. I don't know a lot about Walton. I make a whole lot of fun of him, but it's meant ribbing with care. It's another person that has been on many shows with a lot of the same people. And, again, it's fun. Go on here and have fun. Because a long time ago, I was told, if you're not having fun, you shouldn't be doing it. Thank you, DJ D from the DJ D show. And it's just the truth. And then when Brent and I launched this, we didn't really know what we were going to do. We had an idea, but it just fell together. Mr. Peabody, DL, coming along, to have the strong 4 panelists, Nerd dipping in and saying, hey, as soon as I can. Yeah, I know, brother. I know. I'm with you. Fuck StreamYards and fuck CenturyLink. It's the both of them, but that's just the thing though. It's regardless, thank you, all of you in the chat and anybody watching afterwards and anybody that came on here and gave us a shot and, just came on and had fun. That's really all we're trying to do. I want people to be able to come on here and test out. When I was on the men's room, that's a great place for people to start out. If you're going to do something weekly, especially, if that worked out. And for me, I did that for 2 years and I still talk to the guys. I mean, it's not like, I go in there and I rib them. It's a rib. That's it, man. There's no issues. It's just there for some some good fashion ribbing. I don't know. That's just what we do. We're goofy and we like
Hey,
to have fun.
I'm going to go ahead and bail. I'm sitting here about ready to nod off.
Yeah, no worries.
I
DL.
haven't had much sleep, and I'm afraid I'm going to fall asleep and snore.
I
on
know
the
that
script.
feeling. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah. Well, you go
All
on
right,
and get
guys.
you some sleep, brother, and I'll chat with you later on. And,
All right, y'all have a good one.
Take care.
All righty, bye.
Bye. But yeah, we originally on Wednesdays, you know, it started off as a joke, and then you find people keep showing up in the chat, and everybody seems to enjoy what we're doing. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So yeah, we did kind of do a little rebranding, you know, but it was time. I thought about making another channel, but you know, I already have Fun University because that's where this was supposed to happen, and then instead of going that route, I was like, well, just rename it. So again, welcome to Double D. That's what you're gonna get from us. A bunch of immaturity and you know, well, that's what we do.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you know, take things too seriously and look where you end up. Married, mortgage, no hair, health bills, all that crap. So, you know, in an early grave.
Well, you know, if you're lucky, otherwise you're rot to death like the king.
Well, otherwise you just stay married. Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
You know,
that's.
I mean, getting excited. We got
fine.
Halloween coming up.
Been there, done that.
We got the Halloween coming up, so you know we've got
yeah,
some.
I'm you know, I used to love Halloween because we used to always get the kids to come round, and then you just like, do you like sweets and that? And then for years I would buy sweets and no one would come round. And it's just gotten to the point now where I just think they'd rather stay at home, do whatever. I don't, you know, because when I was a kid, I used to love going trick or treating. You know, we used to walk for miles. The exercise we got, just walking for miles to get sweets from as many houses as we can. And now no one seems interested. Don't even get the little young'uns come round anymore. You know, so.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. It's like all of a sudden they went from, hey, we're going to trick or treat to not so much anymore.
Like I said, I still buy stuff, but it used to be that when my niece and nephew would come round on the weekends, I just end up giving it to them because literally no one comes round. So we just save it for them, but they don't come round now. You know, they're 16, so they're not even interested.
Because I forgot to do this before DL left. I was like, yep, there we go. There's the DL picture.
That's my favorite. I like that one. Yeah.
You know, these were
hello, Clarice.
Yes. These were just, you know, again, we've got Halloween, and this is definitely not from the second movie, Chris, is it? This is definitely not from Nightmare on Elm Street 2. And then of course, you know, Jason. And then I did find a house for Ootini. Look at that.
Look, yeah, I know. Look at that. I want to know where it is. That's fantastic. That is.
That's a home for you, my friend. If you come to America, that's where we need to put you. You know.
Absolutely. Yeah, some people do think I need to be put away somewhere.
In a sand crawler, sure, why not?
Well, yeah, you know, a house that looks like a sand crawler. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah.
I'll have every room
filled with shiny things that you get to clean.
Oh yeah, cool. I could actually put some, you know, because you were saying earlier about your collection that loads of my stuff's boxed, and I used to swap it around every few months, take stuff off the shelves, put new stuff on, you know, well, obviously this other stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't done it for ages. I've just started doing it with that those micro galaxy ships that I've told you about the other day and showed you the other day. I've just started moving some of them around and get rid of some figures and putting them in the spare room. So yeah, it's been ages. It's probably been ages since I've dusted actually. So
I've had to do that. Yeah, it's like, oh no, time to dust. You know. Yep, that's the worst. Well, actually, no, I take that back. The worst was the original Avengers Tower, the top of it. I have that one.
Yeah.
And the field mice, when they got in here, they decided to go poop on the Legos and pee in the top house and knock off Iron Man. And yeah, that having to bleach those were about a bitch. But yeah, that was the worst.
Yeah.
Legos.
Yeah, touch wood. I just seem to get insects rather than mice and anything. Our neighbours had a mice infestation a while ago, but that's their students, so I don't expect they're too tidy with their rubbish and getting rid of food and that. But touch wood. Yeah, I don't seem to have that problem. because there's a lot of cardboard in my room that they could eat.
Yeah.
Which I'd rather they didn't, because I'm terrible like that. I don't take stuff out the boxes or packets. I used to. I just stopped suddenly. I don't know why,
Right.
and now it takes up more bloody space. So you could send me something in the post, and it could like be a pack of loo rolls, and I wouldn't have a clue if it was in the sealed box. I'd just say, yeah, I've got this Mandalorian troop transport, but it's actually 6 fucking toilet rolls. I wouldn't have a clue. Honestly. One day I might open it.
Up. I got you, brother. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, man. I mean, I had like work boots in the closet. Little bastards were hiding dog food in there.
Really?
Yeah, they would in my work boots, like brand new work boots. I had them in the box and stuff, and then all of a sudden I went to get them out, and when I had mice in here, they would get in the box, the little hole in the box, or they pop through the hole and get in there, and they literally hid food in the box, and it's like, okay, although the mice, of course, were gone, we got that all taken care of, but
you go and put your boots on one day and it's full of dog food. You're like, what the hell?
And brand new boots, though. Like, I literally pulled it out and I'm like, okay, this is cool. And then, it was like, oh, crap.
No offense, but I don't think the mice would have moved in if they were old work boots. No offense.
Yeah, no.
A little bit too cheesy for them.
A little bit. Definitely a little bit. Yeah.
I mean, I speak from experience. Mine are minging, but, they serve a job. Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah, so one day I might open some of this stuff and see if there's actually anything in the boxes. Oh, dear. Imagine that. I open half of it and there's fuck all in there.
Yep.
Bits of paper and stuff like that. I'd be a little bit miffed.
Well, like the old days with the guy with the VCR, and then it was bricks in the box.
Oh, yeah, because
Yeah, that was an old scam from way back in the day.
Yeah. So, well, those porch pirates, there was a guy who put bricks in a box as well. That was great watching that, because this woman's trying to run with this box full of bricks, and her partner drives off and leaves her in the shit. That was great, that one. I enjoyed that one.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, hey, I got a phone call, but it's not anybody that I know, so we're going to go ahead and mute that, because it's just going to be nothing worthwhile.
Hello, you're live on air. Speak after the tone.
What can we do for you?
Yeah. Your internet is. I can't do the voice, so your internet is very bad. I can fix it right now for you. Just give me your bank details.
Mm-hmm. Well, nothing beats. We'll just do this because I sent that to him. Yeah, we've got the Nosetopian here. With just a little nose with a big nose on top of it. Because but yeah, dude, very nice parrot. Yeah, I sent that one to him. That was my meme attempt. I'm like, this will be funny. He'll get a kick out of it. And we've used it a couple times because, it is fun. Especially when he's on stream. So I do it on his stream because, what better place to rib your friend than on his own stream?
Absolutely. Shows you care. I'm not into Twitter, as you know.
Yeah.
Does not.
Right. We won't hold it against you.
Well, I don't even have a phone. So what's the point?
Well, this is true.
I'm one of those few people in the world, apart from the I expect even tribes people in New Guinea have fucking phones, but no, I haven't had one in years, so I don't miss it. I never got the iPhone craze. Last phone I had was just barely on the internet, so
right.
Doesn't bother me. I use one in work, and they're great, but I just I can think of other things to spend my money on.
Yeah, there are some pretty cool stuff coming out, so we've been looking at it, so definitely. Now, I owe this from a while back. We were going to open with this, and I couldn't find it, and then I found it, so we're just going to play and talk over it. But what another great movie, since we're talking Double P, so there we go. It's, if you got to go, I mean, I would definitely pick this as the way to go. So, it's definitely Run! Oh my God! See, if he only had a cell phone, he could be.
I'd be running the other way, to be perfectly honest.
Yep, I think I would be too. That would definitely be. That would be my whole kick with it. Would be, I think I think that should be fine. Now this next coming up part they might not like, but I don't care because well, it's funny and it's a good movie and we're talking over it. You shouldn't have any problems because
Well,
Commissioner
I am.
Gordon's reading to you right now, saying, "Well, by the way, Batman might be coming by. There's a slight chance of that, maybe." And hey, look, here's this guy running. Look out, you know.
I know you're running the wrong way, idiot.
But you know, if you gotta go, you might as well go with a smile. Just saying. What a good way to be trampled to death.
Yeah, I know Parrot Head. Yeah, he
Yep.
was. He's still funny as fuck.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I like this film. Some people don't. You know, they find it the weakest of the three. But I like it.
Oh yeah, we always had fun with it. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, we did a watch party with the Holy Grail with proper Justin at the time. You know, Justin proper now with PJ, but he had never seen it. I don't think so.
Wow.
We literally on his channel have on Moist Visions Inc. We have where we did that, and I'm sorry, I found it funnier than hell. We had such a good time. And again, I wouldn't trade what we're doing now at all. This is great, man. It's really nice to be back at this again because I did kind of miss it. You know, it had been a while, and finding the right people is the other thing, and being able to have the conversations that we're having. But yeah, I feel blessed, man. It's nice. It's nice to be able to do this and have people that show up and be able to have fun.
Well, yeah,
I got tired of all the. It's just you'd have to watch something that you didn't want to watch or talk about something you didn't want to watch.
Yeah, we've had great people on, great people in the chat. Not blowing anyone's dicks, but you are great.
No.
But
No.
yeah, I mean, oh my god, it's like last Wednesday was so funny.
Yeah, it was one of those for the show that wasn't ever really supposed to be. It literally just happened on a Friday stream, like. It literally did. The next week we started with Weed Talk. Like it was funny how that played out. And then, a lot of times because it is Chef Carolyn's day off, which I get. So it's like, hey, if she can make it, great. If not, it's her day off. She's got other shit. And, they've got the gaming channel that they are steadily pushing, which is something else, for people that love watching games. The Men's Room does coffee and gaming every Saturday morning. Chef and Jesse and Lindsay, I mean, Black Death Gaming, those guys are always gaming. So they're and you never know what they're gonna play. So, if you're one of those people that really love watching people play games, there you go. Those are just two of the gaming channel. I made fun when I was on World Class Bullshitters on Saturday for the pay-per-view. Talked about the AEW game and getting it and kicking Jeff's butt. But, I haven't played I don't play games that often, but again, it was just the love of wrestling. And so yeah, it literally was. How you doing, Tina? So slow motion. It's for science. Yes. I like it. I like how Tina shows up after we play that too.
Yeah, it's physics.
Mm-hmm.
It's for physics. He wants to see, yeah. It's he doesn't want to see the boobies slowly undulating up and down. No, it's science. For science sake.
It's for science.
It is. I mean, like I said, that is a good film. It is one of my favorites. Life of Brian would be the next one. I know you like the Holy Grail. I think that's the weakest of them. A lot of people.
I like them all, though. I mean, again, when we're talking just movies in general, I don't have any complaint. I can't say I like one better. I like all three of them the same. Like I love them all.
No, I think Life of Brian just slightly edges. Yeah, a little bit.
Well, The Meaning of Life was the first one I ever saw. That was the first one for me. So that's why, and then you find the rest of them, and then you find the rest of the other stuff. So, oh no, I know you don't. It was just a joke. Yeah, trust me. Look, it's a lot kind of happened. It doesn't matter, but a lot had kind of happened to get to where we're at, and I am working on different stuff, so it will be a little bit more professional with backgrounds and stuff eventually once we figure out when I find what I'm actually looking for. I've got a couple irons in the fire for the stuff that I'll be doing here. Because right now we've just got the animated series behind us. It's just it's there's this, that, and the other, but there are some surprises that will be coming up that'll be fun once I get some of this other stuff taken care of. And again, I'm trying to do a little bit more with the channel and make sure I have to make sure that I don't forget to plug my own shit. Because I'm really good and I'll forget to plug my own. I'll go and I'll do everybody else's and then completely space my own. And so now I think it's pretty easy though with 4:20 on Wednesdays and 2 p.m. every Friday for Friday Fun with Friends, and then go on with about everybody else, This Week in Bullshit on Thursdays, and then Fridays for Liars and or if I make it with Vinny, because a lot of times I have that break in between so I can jump on with Liars. But yeah, I mean, it's again, we're doing our parts. Even people that you might not think of when Mr. Hicks is saying, hey, look, hype guy, yeah. Vinny called me the hype guy, and again, it's one of those, I don't mind. It's what I've always done. It's just one of those things. I'm passionate about the things I care about. Again, I love Chris Fisk, his book, man. Infinite Chronicles. I mean, it's one of the best comics I have recently read because I got tired of comics and quit. Jeff Hicks' Stealing Solo was the first new comic I bought in, since the 90s. And I had Doug TenNaples' Bigfoot Bill 1 and 2. I have those as well. Never read them because the dogs ate the shit out of the first one. And then he was like, "Oh, I'm relaunching the first one with more pages. You should buy that." And I'm like, "Well, I can read the one I got. The dogs ate it." But yeah. And then that's when I was like, "Well, what's the point of me buying the book if you're going to relaunch it with more shit in it later? Like, I might as well just wait till you're done and buy all of them." So that's where I got with that. But Jeff's got his second book out.
Yeah,
Chris is working on his second book, for this. And he's got
looking forward to that one, I can tell you.
Yeah. Oh, I know you can't wait. He was sharing stuff with us, and you keep missing out every time because you got to go to bed, you big baby. But the sun does come up earlier.
Whoa. Was I not working the next day, you big baby?
Well, it's not my fault you're not on Eastern Standard Time like Chris and I are. But
because I live in another country, maybe.
Well, that's where all the robots are that you get to, borrow and resell.
We talk properly in this country, and we spell properly, aluminium, all that sort of stuff. I mean, this computer, when I'm typing stuff, it goes American, even though I've picked UK. And it says, your spelling's wrong. It says, no, it's not. I'm spelling in English. Just because you miss out bloody letters, not my bloody fault, is it? Heathens. I tell you, grammar Nazis on a fucking computer.
Yep. Especially when you're in a chat or something and they get mad if you do things like this.
Yeah, it's literally saying, well, no, you need to do this, you need to do that. I'm not doing the American version. I'm doing the English version. Piss off. I picked my country. Right. So.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, you gotta love it. But no, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't. All I know is we're going to keep doing this. We're going to keep having fun. We're going to have kind of a shorter stream today. I'm exhausted. I've had a rough day myself. We're going to go for a little bit longer, people. But yeah, it's not going to be a super long show. I didn't want to cancel the show. I did want to still launch it and do a lot. But we're having big storms blowing in. All right, so Brent knows this, but before the show, I was having a heck of a time. I had to redo the computer, fire it back up. Yeah. We've got some big storms blowing in. So yeah, we will be ending here shortly, but mainly because of the storms that are coming, not because of anything else. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of touch base with everybody and let them know this is kind of what we're going to do. And we will talk Andor. We will talk other things too. And we will, when people can, come on, and we will definitely have longer streams when we don't have internet issues as well. But yeah, I mean, really the biggest thing I'm going to talk about right now is what's coming up. We are working on a very big project in Ohio. Horror Hound is coming to Ohio. Well, it does every year. Actually, it came twice last year, giggity. normally we have it at the beginning of the year in Ohio and then around September in Indianapolis. This year they doubled down and it was only in Ohio. I was not able to make it, unfortunately, this year. I was there last year. So again, now my yearly trip of seeing everybody, I was not able to do. And, again, the guys didn't have a table, but next year we're going to have the guys are going to be in. I'm a part of it. A couple other creators are a part of it. And we're shooting for basically to be like a Friday Night Tights meetup at the Horror Hound. That's where World Class Bullshitters, as many of the guys can make it, are going to be. That's where I'm going to be. Justin Proper should be there. Etep Wokuian will be there. So all you people that can make it to Ohio, AngelousDraven will be there. Hopefully Tony Tone Deaf can make it. Maybe I'll even, kidnap a Jawa and bring him from the UK. You never know. But yeah.
Well, I wouldn't mind, if you want to kidnap me. I'm available for kidnapping.
Yeah, you're not going to say no. You'll be like, sure. I'm
Oh, no, I'm not.
yeah, come get. Oh, I got to show this to Tina because being that she's a gal from where she's from, I will just show this real quick. I'll get back into the plug-in giggity. So there you go. I don't know. I want to know what Tina thinks of this because Lou Malnati's Portobello, Italian beef deep dish pizza. I'm okay with this. I know Brentley, you're not big on the Chicago
I'm not.
style.
I don't like deep pizza. I like thin crust. To be perfectly honest,
I saw this and I'm thinking I want a few. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I think it looks kind of tasty. So that's one that I'm definitely okay with. I was actually trying to find the Horror Hound, which it's not. Well, there's the kitty one. Talk about intelligent, right? Like, there you go. Need room for storage? Got
that's
a lot
quite
of pins?
duty, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
but I bang my head. I bang my head on the ceiling.
For those of us that are yes, rather tall to say the least. Yes,
That's a good idea, right?
Yes, there it is. Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. Go to that one. There we go. See? There we go. All right. So we will get the right window up because, of course, it opened a new window. So I got to go here. All right. So, yeah, this will be the event. There we go. We can't wait. It's killing me. Where's not October? No, 2023. Yeah, so not what I was looking for. The 24th through the 26th, I think it was. We shall be attending this, and it's the only downside is it's a smaller convention center that they do it at. That's about the worst part, but we are looking at getting quite a few tables so that there will be plenty of room for a lot of us. And some of the people we talk about, if they can't make it, we might be bringing some products. So depending, March 24th through the 26th, 2023. This is the big deal that we are all starting to work on now. I will put a link in the chat for everybody so they can check it out. See, that's what I was thinking. The best of both with the pizza. Yeah. Nice. I've ordered the Chicago pizzas and had them delivered because they show up in take care, Parrot Head. Take care, my brother. Where you can order from Lou Malnati's direct, and then they ship you the pizzas and they're frozen. And they're awesome. Not bad at all. So that's fun. But yeah, the Horror Hound here. That's the thing. Like we're going. So that's if you guys can make it, great. If you can't, we'll be streaming. So again, they're saying it'll be Indianapolis 2023. So this is how it used to be, I don't know. It's kind of odd, but we'll see what actually happens because August and September. But yeah, either way, Mr. Hicks said that WCBS is planning on hitting both of them. I will be at both of them. Possibly Etep will be at both of them. And again, we are working on getting other people to also come because giggity, there's a lot of us that do stream that are out this way. So as many of us that can get together and kind of do a thing like this and see how it goes, why not? We shouldn't have to always go to, California or Florida or those of us that live all the way north or in other countries can't even do that. So we're going to work on some things, those of us that can, and do what we can to get everybody together and have fun. I'll be talking with Nick from Echo Base Network. Maybe he'll be able to make it again. That's where I met him for the first time, got to hang out with him and Justin and AngelousDraven for the first time, all three of them last year. And we had a blast along with all the WCBS. So, again, it's, I'm going to try to get Seth from the men's room to be able to come and attend as well. And it's just going to be to get together with a bunch of friends and have fun. So that is the big thing that I am working on and going to be helping promote and set up. And, again, there's no reason that we can't do it other than just not doing it. So that's why we said, all right, we're pulling the trigger and we're doing it. So, that's the latest breaking news is that will be the event that we're going to try doing things at, because we all have a lot of fun at the Horror Hound events. I can say that in 2024, WrestleMania is in Pennsylvania. That's another big one because Jeff and the guys always go to WrestleMania. Now, I might be able to go to Pennsylvania. I don't know if I would actually be able to get the tickets and or B, afford them because they are kind of pricey, but Brandon Moyse and I during Star Wars Celebration was going to be the B team. And being the B team, we were going to do other things, maybe go do museums and other things like that. So maybe there's a slight possibility in 2024 that if, people can meet up in PA but don't go to wrestling, we can do something else. So that's, again, one of these things that we're working on. So there are a lot of meetups that we are going to be working on, and we will be letting everybody know. I will be sharing, on Facebook, on Twitter. I apologize. As you guys know, I am a little bit newer to that stuff. But yeah, by all means, we will, it will be quite a few people if this works out. We're assuming it's going to. We're going to try to make it work out so we can all get together and have fun. Mr. Dion Green is supposed to be able to make it. Mr. Nick Utam is going to try to make it. Of course, Mr. Hicks will be there. And hopefully Kendall will be as well. Maybe we could even kidnap Brian Lape and it'll be like the old school WCBS because a lot of the original guys are also there. So, again, stay in touch with us. Check the Twitters and the Facebooks and everything. We will keep you informed, but we are working on a lot of stuff in the background. A lot of the people that I associate with and am plugging, I don't mind at all because I was doing it as a fan to begin with. So now being a part of it, I'm quite happy to be a hype man and get the word out there so that people will know, hey, if you want to come meet these people, come meet them. Maybe even I'll be able to get Jesse Miller from the Crow's Nest to come down. For those of you that knows who that is, another good friend of the channel here. Another guy I started out with. We started out together. So a lot of us had. So yeah, that's the big news though, guys. And I'll be working on asking help from people to, help me with making up stuff for the channel. Those that can, great, or give me a hint, because I don't know how Etep does what he does. I love some of the stuff he does, but I don't know how he makes the videos with his logos and stuff in the background. I don't need anything quite that fancy, but I'll tell you a little secret. Mine did kind of involve maybe our icons and boobs and maybe some butts and even some guys for the ladies, just to be just to be fair, because we are fair here. So, then again, the muscles just might be, as they're posing, it just might be our icons as the muscles. You just never know what kind of immature craziness I might come up with.
Oh yeah.
But I promise you it will be better than what I create, because I'm not very good. I don't have a lot of experience at these things, and that's okay. It's, it's not a negative thing. It's just a true thing. I don't have a lot of work on this stuff, and I'm not very good at a lot of the stuff. But I do know people that are, and I don't have problems asking. I did stop today. In case you don't have Facebook, because I do know there's a few people in here that don't. I did a me, and doing a me is I was at the store and I was coming out and a police officer was reading my shirt. So I stopped him and asked if I could take a selfie. And I had a very nice conversation with him about, you know, it's like, I was explaining what World Class Bullshitters was and what we all do here, you know, on the internet, and had a really good talk with him. And yeah, he was kind enough he was like, yeah, sure. Cause I was like, well, the guys are gonna love this, that, you know, they'll get a kick out of me doing this, because again, that's just me. It's not anything I wouldn't do anyway. So, you know, so yeah, I just kind of ran with it and had fun. And, you know, I'll share that real quick, you know, just in case those of you that don't, Mr. Chris Fisk, that does not have Chris the Fister Fisk, does not have a Facebook because Mark Zuckerberg hates him. But yeah, just a nice officer real quick. You know, I took up a minute of his time, did something. What is up, the men's room? Hello, brothers. Hello, hello. Yes, yeah. So thank you. Yeah, man. It's literally so guys, when I started doing this, you know, I'd had the buzz. I just haven't really done anything, and I've just kind of let it go. And yeah, the beard, man, it's going. It's going, baby. And I've not touched it. I'm just gonna let it keep growing. It's so nice, you know. But no, I had a lot of fun with this gentleman, you know, just a couple minutes real quick, talked with him real fast, and he was blessed, you know. I was wearing my shirt. He was nice enough to say, he was like, oh yeah, sure. It was, you know, and then again, you look at me, I look old too, so that helps. But you know, just in the WCBS Patreon shirt from, you know, back in the day, and it'll be the same. I got to get a Wokuian shirt going. You know, I'm still waiting on my Wokuian World Order shirt, Etep. But no, yeah, we're gonna have fun, and we're gonna keep doing this stuff. And again, it's everybody. You know, we are all together as a strong functioning unit. It goes with, you know, from WC all the way up to WCBS to the smaller guys like myself, the men's room. You know, Raquel Super Saiyan Girl, you know, it doesn't matter the size of your channel. It's not about that. It's about coming on, having fun, you know, doing what we enjoy doing, and hopefully entertaining all of you. That's it, you know. And if you can make it to these live events, that's how I, you know, got to meet Jeff and the guys. I went to a Horror Hound. I was in the chat, you know, got to know the guys that way, came to the Horror Hound, met the guys, you know, was already on the Facebook thing, became friends. And now here I am, a part of a bigger part of WCBS than I ever thought I would be, along with everybody else. And it's just really great to see us all grow together. And I don't think it'll be just a quick, you know, flash in the frying pan. I think once, you know, we all get our grounding and everything keeps going the way that it's going, we're going to see good growth and keep having fun. So, you know, that's what I've got. You know, this guy here is one of the hardest guys that's working on the YouTubes. He's out there working in real life, both him and Tommy. I'll even give David a shout out, because I know that dude, you know, I think he's still working on his books and doing other stuff along with the rest of the crew on there. It was great to see Prime Mover back on with the guys, and you know, he jumped in and was chatting with me. And again, no, there's no hard feelings, there's no bad blood, everybody's cool. So like, we'll go in and rib each other here and there, but y'all, it's meant for entertainment and jokes. Like Tommy Gunn, I've talked with him, I've talked with Seth, everything's good, we're all good. So whoever's doing this doesn't know what you're talking about, just saying. But I have nothing but love for all these guys and the ladies. So thank everybody for coming and hanging out. Check me out Thursday night, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Justin Proper for This Week in Bullshit. Right back here, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for Friday Fun with Friends. I think we're doing Liars. I could be wrong. If not, Vinny at 5:05 Eastern Standard Time. Vinnieart, he'll be doing his stream. Keep an eye on the Twitter and the Facebooks about Liars. I'm pretty sure we're doing an episode Friday, maybe not. And then Saturday night's main event, I don't think we're doing, because Etep will just be getting back. Maybe if everybody wants to do something and it's free, you know, we can collaborate, maybe do a watch party or something, you know, on my channel, or if somebody else wants to do it. And if not, we can do it on here. We all get together, do a watch party or something. But definitely please stay tuned. Next week, we should be back on track with Tuesday doing the Monday Night Retrospective on Clown World Review at 8:05 Eastern Standard Time. Well, Monday night with Etep Wokuian's Place to Be Reviews. So 8:35 Eastern Standard Time on Monday for the Monday Night War. For Going in Raw, rather. And then Wednesday, he does his Going in Rogue stream. So, yeah, and again, it's going to be the same, bouncing back and forth, back to the normalcy of the normal YouTubes for us all next week. So, yeah, it'll be fun. But thanks, everybody, for coming and checking us out. Everybody watching here in the in the afterwise, catching the replay, like, share, subscribe. Again, everybody's is in the description of people that I am associated with. There's probably a few more I still need to add. I am in the process of making sure everything's updated. It's a pain in the ass when you don't have a set that does this for you. But again, I thank you all for tuning in, and go out there, have some fun, live, love, laugh. And we will catch you guys all on the next one. So I can't wait to see you. Thanks again. God bless.